Just now you saw a small glimpse of Dubai, one of the favorite destinations of all the tourists all over the world. But few years back, a dozen of Arabian Peninsula countries witnessed pro-democratic protest movement. They stood for dignity and freedom and left behind political chaos and upheaval. Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain a small topic, that is Arab Spring, which has been added in the Political Science Book 1, that is Contemporary World Politics, in Chapter 2. Before I start the topic, let us answer a few questions. What is the meaning of it? Where is the location from which it started? What were the causes of the uprising? And finally, what were the consequences? So let us start with question 1, that is, what is Arab Spring? Arab Spring was a wave of pro-democratic protest movements that took place in the Arabian countries. You can see on the map so many countries participated in it in Saudi Arabia and the northern portion of the African continent. It was not organized. It was loosely related group of protesters who were unhappy with their government, and therefore these movements were not successful. The second thing which comes in our mind is people were not happy with the tyrant rule, and soon, one after another, it led to the downfall of the governments in Saudi Arabia and the Arabian Peninsula. Now the second question that comes in our mind is why it is called spring. Since 1848 in Europe, whenever the people were not happy with the government and they wanted a popular government, they used to start the movement. These movement was termed as People's Spring. For example, in 1968, when in Czechoslovakia the movement started, it was known as Prague Spring. Hence, we call it Arab Spring because here also the people were not happy with the government and they wanted to change the rule. What were the causes of so much unrest amongst the people? The causes are very obvious. People were not happy with the government. Rampant corruption was there. Poverty was too much. Unemployment was extensive. People were not happy. Growth rate was very less, and so people wanted a change. The third thing which comes in our mind is what is the location from where Arab Spring started? As you can see, the location is Tunisia. It is a small country at the northernmost tip of African continent. Here, there was a tyrant rule of the President Zain al-Abidin bin Ali, who ruled here for 23 long years. Oppressive rule, corrupt rule, people were so unhappy with him, but they were not having courage to stand against him. Then, on 17 December 2010, there was a person, his name was Mohammad Bouazizi. He was just 26 years of age. He used to sell fruits and vegetables on his cart. The police came and they started humiliating him. They started beating him as he was not having the license. He was ready to pay the fine, but the police did not listen. He was so dissatisfied that he decided to end up his life and he set himself on fire. He was taken to hospital, but within 2 weeks he succumbed to the injuries and he died. But by the time he had almost become a national hero. People declared him as a martyr. The death of Muhammad Bouazizi did not go in vain. He had become a national hero, and soon all the people came on the street. The place where he died, a national monument was raised. The result was the ruler had to run away in Saudi Arabia. This fire spread to other parts of the Arabian Peninsula. The videos of the protest movement and its success became viral. Soon, people were surprised by its speed and success. It reached to various areas like Algeria, Libya, Egypt, and so forth. On 25th January, the spirit of revolution has reached Egypt. Egypt was ruled by again another tyrant. He was Hosni Mubarak, who had been in power for last 30 years. But ultimately, he also had to step down. Then the second country was Libya. Here, Gaddafi was ruling. He not only lost his power, but also he was dragged on the street and he was executed. Next was the turn of Syria, which was ruled by the President Bashar al-Assad. So you can see that this Arab Spring was like a political upheaval. It was like a tsunami which had taken away the regime of the rulers of Tunisia, Egypt, Libya and Syria. And this shows the power of the people, that if the people think, then nothing is impossible. We come to the consequences. What are the consequences of Arab Spring? It is very obvious. When so much of disturbance is there, who will like to visit such nations? And so, tourists declined. With this, economic growth was very minimal. There was very less GDP. And the result was that the people were under tremendous poverty, upheaval, chaos and disorder. We come to the conclusion that what we have learned from Arab Spring, we have learned that people cannot be unlawfully suppressed for long time. Dictatorship end is inevitable. Democracy is the best form of government. Thus, the lesson we have learned is we have to make the institutions strong, not the individuals. Thank you.
At the time when the world was ruled by the tyrants, when all who complained were cruelly silent, it was a time when people realized their importance. And now people can fight for their freedom. And if they are not happy, then you can be abandoned. At the time when the world was ruled by the tyrants, when all who complained were cruelly silent.